So Deb, ESG is gaining a lot of momentum. How would you say ESG reporting is having a positive effect on the energy transition?
Yeah, I think absolutely ESG reporting will have a positive effect on energy transition. I think if companies have focus on their ESG reporting and make smart decisions, that will have a positive effect on energy transition. They will start to have more control over the choices that they make. But it's a complex topic, it has to be said. Hi, I'm Deborah Wood and I'm Product Line Director in D&V. I work with software that helps customers to look after quality, health, safety and the environment, and ESG fits seamlessly into that.
I'm Yuko Aoyama, Innovation Lead in D&V. ESG is such a fast evolving topic and there are so many opportunities for innovation. That's how I support our customers to innovate in this field. For me, ESG is a company's sustainability effort in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance.
Yeah.
To give some examples, environmental is around how the company is contributing to climate change, such as a greenhouse gas emission, as an example. Social is a company's responsibility for human rights, labor standards, not only for their employees, but also for the whole supply chain of the company. Governance is a set of rules or principles for companies' rights, responsibilities, and expectations from different stakeholders in the governance of the corporates.
Yeah, that's an awful lot to pack into just 3 little letters. How does that link into the energy transition, in your opinion?
Right. So to me, if the company has a good control over ESG, then you are likely to succeed in the energy transitions as well, because that's how you show to the world you have a control and the kind of over your ESG performance. So that means your strategy is backed up with a good ESG performance of the company. So that's how I see the connection between ESG reporting and the energy transitions. In your opinion, what are companies actually trying to achieve?
Yeah. Well, of course, we live in a world which is full of social media and internet newspapers and so on. And I think no company wants to end up in the headlines for the wrong reasons. So I think that's part of the reason why companies are interested in looking at this. If they can really get to grips with all the parts of ESG, aside from, of course, the regulations that come, I think we also see that companies that actually take this seriously are also more likely to perform generally as a company. I mean, we've seen that on the health and safety side of the business before, that companies that really pay attention to health and safety and learn from things that they have done also do better as a company. And we start to see similar trends on ESG.
I actually had a chance to talk to 9 international banks recently, and actually 8 out of 9 banks said that they assess their customers' ESG reporting as well as financial reporting for the same reason that you just mentioned.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting. And do you see this as a worldwide trend, or are there different geographic variations?
Yeah, it is a global trend, definitely. And each region is trying to do different things. But I can mention what the EU just adapted, ESRS, which stands for European Sustainability Reporting Standards, which requires all the large corporate in the EU to disclose information about how the companies are identifying the risks and opportunities around ESG. And similar trends and regulations are kind of forming and coming up in different regions. So it is a global trend. However, there is no one size fits all kind of solutions to this today. And however, you come from software side of
Yep.
business. Is there any trend that you see?
Yeah, I think there's an awful lot going on the software side. Because, of course, when you have all of this information and data, you need to collect it, you need to store it somewhere, and most importantly, you need to be able to process it and use it and make, in the end, decisions based upon it. So there's an awful lot happening on the software side of the business now, where softwares are being developed to be able to assist companies in how to take care and use all of this data. Of course, now I'm going into data. I know this is something that's very close to your heart, Yuko.
Right. If I, for example, take data collection,
Yep.
part of the ESG reporting process, in that there are several layers of complexity, right? Because the company first need to know what to report on.
Yep.
ESG, and the second, they need to know how to calculate some of the data, and then they need to know where to find that data in the company and who owns it, and so on. And that requires a lot of human resources, as many as 20 people. As an example from one of the large corporates, for the data input part of data collection. This of course leads to mistakes and the human errors and so on. And it is okay when it's only annual exercise, but in the future, of course, it will be a continual process. So I hope the different companies talk about how to do data collection, how to do ESG reporting, how to make sure data quality and traceability and so on. But I hope each company finds their own way of ESG reporting going forward. So that's my hope. What is your hope?
I think my hope is that with all this focus on ESG reporting and more companies coming on board, that we'll be able to use this data to make really smart decisions together. And if we make smart decisions, then I hope that will really help us to come through the energy transition faster. That's my hope.